Hey, fifth grade, if you are watching this video, that means you are ready for the step of polishing and publishing. That means that you are finally at the end of the writing process for this piece of writing. And to get here, you had to pre-write, brainstorming your topic, your details, your ideas, planning out, mapping your draft. Then you had to put that into the draft, into the first try, first attempt at getting the things that were in your mind and on that graphic organizer in the form of a memoir. Then you revised, you went back in, you looked to make sure that all the qualities of an effective memoir were in place, and you worked and you rolled up your sleeves and you made changes so that you could be proud of what you have on the page on that draft 2. In draft 3, you went back in and you edited, you paid attention to your conventions, and you made sure that everything on that page is accurate and correct so that people don't judge you harshly and can really truly appreciate the things that you have to say and what's in your heart and what's on your mind, because you have presented it to them in a way that they're used to seeing, which is conventionally accurate. So in this step, the polishing and the publishing, this is where we fix anything that might have escaped our attention through the process of revision and editing and drafting. This is where we do whatever is necessary to create that finished piece that we're ready to share with the world. Okay, and so this is where we're going to turn to page 22 in our ELA reference folder. This was a lesson we started in poetry and we finished in prose. So on page 22, you'll find what I do when I polish my writing. And you're going to go over to the section that says prose to complete this step. Now, obviously, the first thing you're going to do before you get in your ELA reference folder is you're going to go into that draft 2 and draft 3, the second page, not the editing check sheet, but the next page down. You're going to select all of that text, including the title, and then you're going to come back and paste it over here. Then you're going to turn to page 22, and you are going to reread that draft, and you're going to probably reread it maybe 10 or 15 times, guys. That's not unusual and that's not excessive. Because what you're going to do is you're going to answer the questions on page 22. And if the answer is no, then you need to go in and fix whatever is making it a no answer. And if the answer is yes, and it truly is yes, you really have to be honest with yourself, then you can move on to the next bullet point, okay? This is our last chance to make sure that this piece that we want to share with the world and with our reader is exactly the way we want it, and that it's going to get the point or the message or the so what across to our reader, okay? So I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Please don't take a shortcut here. You've worked so hard to get to this point. Really take some time to do this last step of polishing. When you're all done and you're certain that everything on that page is exactly the way you want it, it does all the things that a memoir should do, then you are going to go in and maybe change the font, maybe make the title a little bigger. Whatever you do should enhance the experience for your reader, though. So don't change the color of the font. That makes it harder for your reader to read, especially if it's on a word processor or a Chromebook. And then, with memoirs, sometimes images are overkill. We want our reader to make those images and pictures in their mind. So it's really up to you whether you insert an image or not. But if you do, it should be minimal and it should be small. And it should just intrigue the reader or enhance the reading experience. It shouldn't do the job of the memoir itself. So when you're all done with all of that, and you're certain it's exactly the way you want it, then you can go in and you can select this text up here, and you can hit the backspace button and delete that, so that the only thing on this draft is your memoir. It's ready to go. If we wanted to take it and post it to a website, we could take it directly from this document. If we wanted to print it out and share it with the world, we could take it directly from this document. All right, guys, good luck polishing. It is hard work, but it's worth it, because the measures that you take during this step really do determine whether your piece shines or whether it doesn't. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions or you need any help with this step. I can't wait to read your finished memoir and to see how much you've improved as a writer of memoirs from that very first one you wrote. All right, guys.